7 years ago, Ssundee posted a video called Where I Have Been. This video consisted of a very sad looking Ssundee talking about marital problems with his wife Madeline. He didn't really go into much detail about these problems other than he was putting a lot of time into YouTube and not enough time into Madeline. There was a confirmed separation, and I believe there's even talks about divorce, considering how sad Ssundee ended up looking in the video. This was a pretty jarring thing to see as a child, because most people were watching this guy when they were children, including me. I would have been 12 years old, so, and I was watching essentially a second set of parents getting divorced, because I think my own parents were already divorced by then. Funnily enough, I think only a few months later, the problem actually got resolved. Now, there's nothing to confirm how resolved these things were. I'm sure things are still kind of shaky, but he was posting as if things were back to normal again. And in another video called So Now What, which was also 7 years ago, so this was literally either weeks later or a month later, I have no idea. But in that video, he talks about how they fix their problems through God. Now, that's pretty interesting, but it's a little bit more interesting because I thought that the problems were with his wife, and then the way that he structures this, it almost seems as if the belief in God was the problem, but it never seemed like that in the first place, so I don't know where the connection came from. I don't know, that's not important, but it's just kind of weird. A year later, Ssundee makes another type of update video talking about why his channel has changed. A few things changed along with what he was showing. He stopped playing as much Minecraft, and his thumbnails and titles got a little bit more different. This was to address why. This is done in a pretty weird way. I don't really know how to explain this, but he talks about why his channel has changed. It was basically acknowledging clickbait that he was doing in his videos. It was like really flashy titles, and the things that were shown were just never happened in the video. And the reason why he did all this, he made his content so weird and he, made it all clickbaity, is because he has two main goals in life. These two main goals were to be successful and to get people closer to God. Now, it's definitely a way to address that type of thing, but there's just a few questions. I'm gonna try and take these statements as, a true thing that he's saying. He wants to be successful, which was really weird. It's not weird to want to be successful, but it's weird for him to say he wants to be successful when he was already successful. He has been successful for like years. He had a content house. He was in a content house. I think he was like one of the first people to be in a content house with other Minecraft creators. He was in a content house with other Minecraft creators, and I think he was the biggest creator out of all of them, and remained the biggest. He's gotten millions of views. He's successful. So he can't say he wants to be successful, because by then he had been successful for the majority of his career. So that doesn't make sense. So him wanting to be successful makes no sense. He's already successful. And even now more so, but just with like children who have rot in the brain, literal maggots in the brain. And what about the second thing? He wants to spread the word of God. Very noble thing to do. The problem with that is he makes no attempt to do this. He doesn't have it in his profile anyway. Like, he doesn't have it in his YouTube profile. You'd think on his YouTube profile, where he posts, like weekly, that he put at least in his bio a cross or something, or put in the description like, have a blessed day. The Chick-fil-A workers say have a blessed day. Chick-fil-A workers are spreading the word of God more than this guy is. The only place he ever talks about God are in these videos where he talks about God. So if you were a new viewer, you would have to show up to his channel, and you'd have to be like, wow, I love Ssundee. I'm gonna watch every video. And then you come across that video, and then you turn to God, right? So the ideal viewer of this guy is for someone to be just extremely persuadable. So I have to come into this, I'm able to be persuaded by anything, and I love this guy's video as a newcomer. I watch one video, I'm hooked. And I watch every video and I'm persuaded by everything this guy says. And as soon as he says something about God, boom, I believe in it. That's the only way in which he would be spreading the word. The other place is his Twitter, which he doesn't use. He hasn't used it in years. And in his Twitter, it's just in his bio. It's not like he tweets about it. He just has a cross in his bio. So at least there he has it, but he doesn't use his Twitter. Why not put it in your YouTube? Why not do anything? Or like put something in the comments? I have no idea. It makes literally no sense. Then a little bit after this video, he makes another video, and this video was, I don't know, it's kind of weird. He again talks about religion, and then, well, this is not weird. This is a pretty common belief. It's that if you don't believe in God, you're going to hell. That's fine. Some people might disagree, but you're entitled to think that. He doesn't clarify with people who believe in other religions. I don't know if he says that you just have to believe in the Christian God, or if, I don't know. I don't know where he stands with that, but he for sure said that atheists are definitely going to hell, which is bad news for me. The previous video, he talks about spreading the word to God, about God, and then this other video, he talks about also how if you don't believe in God. This also includes people who are not knowledgeable about him, people who just don't even realize he's alive. There are babies who are born, they don't know about God, and then they'll die the next day, and then what? No, never mind. I think all babies go to heaven. But someone could be born all the way back in Australia, never learned about. No, someone can be born in Turkey, and never know about God. Someone can be born in Afghanistan and never learn about God. So I don't know what he thinks about those people. I don't know if there's clarification in the Bible. I haven't finished it yet. I heard that it's good though. There's one more thing. This video again where he talked about this change in this channel was a bit redundant, because a couple months earlier he released a video where he talks about why his thumbnail is different. Why are his titles different? This is the exact same concept of this video that he made, where he talks about how it has to do with him being successful and him spreading the word to God. But this was uploaded on an earlier date. So what does he say in this video? He says that it's clickbait. That's it. It's clickbait. He straight up just says it's clickbait, which is fine. Everyone uses clickbait. It doesn't matter. He never had to explain this. Nobody deserves an explanation for why someone would use clickbait. Everyone was doing it. But he made an explanation twice, and the explanation changed in the future. He made 2 videos. The second video, it was the exact same thing that he was addressing, but it was at a different angle, and he addressed it with different reasons, rather than the first time when he was just honest and admitted it. It makes no sense. And I keep looking over here because this is my screen, and I literally have my reasons all set up. Another weird thing, this is just something that gives me a little ick. That's it. He shows his children in his videos, which, I mean, the majority of the people who are going to be watching him are children, but I don't know, he showed like his baby's, it was a baby. It was literally a baby. He showed his baby's face. It didn't like blur it or anything. I don't know, I was so confused. And I was like, maybe he just doesn't understand, but like everybody knows this. So then I was thinking maybe he just got used to showing his children on camera. And he already put the videos up, so there's no going back and like saving his privacy. But that's a pretty wild theory. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. And even if that was true, he could just delete the videos. I don't know, it's weird to see that, like, I don't know, because he did change a lot. If you go to his popular videos, you'd think it'd be his Minecraft ones, but it's his stupid brain rot Among Us ones that, unironically, I watched these, because it was straight up just brain rot. I'll admit that, I watched it because it was just straight up brain rot. And I was almost enjoying it in an ironic way because the things were so stupid. it could not possibly not have been thought of to be so dumb and as a joke. You know, it's like fifth dimension comedy. But no, this guy just makes, you know, brain rot. That's literally it. Yeah, that's all.